Okay, what I am trying to do right now to improve my speaking skills. If you guys have been following me very closely, you guys would know that I love growing. I love improving in all aspects of my life. Right now, literally right now, speaking skills, communication skills, being able to talk and communicate with a lot of people out there is just one of the things that I am focusing on. I want to improve in my communication skill, especially in English language, just because I want to be able to talk to everyone from all walks of life. I have a dream actually. I have a dream that one day I will meet a lot of incredible people in this world and to be able to communicate with them, to be able to talk with them and having a conversation which I can speak fluently and having that kind of conversation. I have that dream. I have that dream to be able to speak fluently, be able to have that kind of smooth conversation when talking to people, having that kind of witty banter. I kind of like want to speak like that. I don't know, it's just awesome. And I think it takes a lot of skills. I've been receiving a lot of positive, really positive and good feedback from a lot of you guys telling me that I speak very nice and I speak very fluently and my English is good and stuff. And hence the reason why I'm making this video, just to tell you that I'm also in the process of learning. I'm also in the process of maybe just like you guys wanting to improve communication skill, wanting to improve speaking skills, especially if we're Malaysians. Okay, we're Malay and we were growing up in an environment where we usually speak Malay. It's not wrong at all. It's just that it takes a little bit more effort to improve our communication skills, especially in English, just because we didn't grow up in that kind of environment. I am driven by wanting to meeting a lot of incredible people and be able to speak just smoothly with them, be able to communicate with people from all walks of life. It doesn't matter what kind of backgrounds you are, it doesn't matter what kind of status you are, but communication is a skill. It doesn't matter who you are. If you have that kind of skills, you can literally talk to anyone. And like I said before, any skills, anything that you want in this way, you can get it. It's just a matter of skills. It's just a matter of you putting the effort to actually get that. And that are the things that actually drives me to be able to speak with everyone one day. And another thing that I've learned is that communication skill is actually one of the skills that is very valuable. Like I said before, if you want to be valuable in this world, you have to learn high value skills, high demand skills, improving communication skills, having a good communication skills to be able to speak, negotiate, deal, talk, connect with people from all walks of life, from everyone, is such a skill that is very valuable and high demand, because the reality is we're going to meet a lot of people one day. If you want to be able to do some kind of negotiation, some kind of business, some kind of transactions, it needs communication. Everything revolves around communication, and if you can enhance and can improve and can sharpen this communication skills little by little, bit by bit, by you implying little habits to actually improve your communication skill, I do believe that will help you tremendously in any job, in any area, in any sector, in any relationship, in any kind of deals or transactions or whatever it is, because it revolves around communication. And if you know how to communicate very well, oh my goodness, it's such a chef kiss skill. I have this one book that I would love to recommend, which is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book has been famous for such a long time, and this book has been famous for a reason. Like, a lot of people have been talking about this book for a reason. It's because the book is so good. It's so insightful. It's very insightful if you want to know more about human nature, how you want to be able to communicate with people by you knowing a little bit about people. Because when you know about people, then you know how to cater your words to the right people, to people in general, because you already know about human nature and you already know about people. This is one of the books that I've read 3 years ago, and it is really mind-blowing. It's really life-changing as well, I would say. So if you want to improve your communication skill, speaking in whatever relationship you have with your parents, with your siblings, with your mother, with your children, with your friends, with your partner, be able to speak in front of the crowd, I do believe this book really helpful. So go find that book. A lot of people have been recommending about this book. It's just a time for you to get the book and try that. try to read that and try to explore that, because the book has helped me and I hope it helped you as well. Okay, so let's get back to the topic, what I'm currently doing right now to actually improve my speaking skills. I do believe first thing first, you have to make sure you make the intention right. When you have the right intention, you're literally gonna do everything around you. You're gonna revolve all your life around that intention. So when I make the intention that I want to improve my speaking skills, I want to be able to meet a lot of people and be able to talk smoothly and have a great conversation with them. When I literally make that, when I have that kind of intention, wherever I go, I start to pay attention whenever I'm trying to communicate with someone, when I'm trying to communicate with a stranger, when I'm trying to communicate with my parents, when I'm trying to communicate with people at a table, when I'm trying to communicate with my friend. Just because I make the right intention, my mind start to pay attention to that thing. That's the power of intention. I believe when you start to make the right intention, especially when you start to say to yourself that I want to improve my communication skill, I want to be able to improve my speaking skills, I want to be able to talk English smoothly, your brain is so powerful to the point that it will find a way for you to start focusing on it. So you're going to start to focus on how you talk to other people. You're going to start to focus on how you communicate with your family, with your siblings, with your friends, with people on the phone, with people around you. You start to see movies. For example, if you watch movies, you're going to start to see movies differently. You start to see each conversation in the movie differently, because your mind already see that you want to improve your communication skills. And the funniest thing about intention, when I literally make that kind of intention in myself, automatically I will be humbled, as in I will be like a student back. I want to learn from everyone. I want to learn from people in the movie. I want to learn from people on the street. I am very lucky because I am living in a country where everyone speaks English. And whenever I see people on the street, whenever I try to speak to people, the waitress, the cashier, whoever I meet, I literally pay attention to every single conversation that I have, to every single people that I encounter, just because I already make the intention and because I want to learn. The point here is that make your intention right. It doesn't matter where you are. The moment you make the intention, you will find 1001 ways to actually go towards that intention. That's the power of intention, because you make it so clear within you that you want something and you actually do that, and you actually really want that deep within you. Trust me, you'll find ways. You will find ways without you even realizing it. Maybe you start to realize that you sort of little by little inspired by people who talk in the movies. You start to feel inspired by people who do some vlogs. You start to feel inspired to take action. You start to feel inspired to pick up a book, to put yourself in an environment where you can learn more about communication. We can learn more about sharpening those speaking communication skills. You will find ways. Trust me, you will find ways. But make sure you set the intention very right at the very first moment. And now, right now, when I know that I already make that intention, that I want to be able to improve that, the next step is that I, right now, currently putting myself in an environment where it can help me to improve my speaking skills. And this takes a little bit effort from ourselves, a little bit effort in me, because I want to be able to improve. So what I do right now is literally, I pick up a lot of books. Okay, if you guys know me and if you guys follow me very closely on my Instagram, I love reading. I love reading the things that I like. For me, I'm a very personal development girly. I love reading all those self-help books, a lot of strategies book, a lot of business books. That is something that I am interested in, and you don't have to follow me. You can always follow the things that you love and the things that you're curious about and the things that you're passionate about. So for me, those things that I mentioned just now is something that I am very passionate and very curious about. And I pick up all those books that revolves around English books, because that's the thing that I want to improve. If you want to improve other languages as well, I believe this is one of the steps. If you want to improve other languages, such as you want to be able to speak Malay better, for example, then you pick up a lot of Malay books about sastra, about whatever it is that related to Malay. So the thing is, you want to put in an environment that can help you flourish in certain things that you want. If you want to be able to speak better at a lot of things, at the things that you are curious about, at the things that you are passionate about, you want to be able to speak that fluently and smoothly, you need to have lots of ideas first. You need to have a lot of exposure and ideas about that certain topic, to the point that you can literally talk like blah 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 blah, because you already understand certain things, because your mind start to work and having ideas to talk about something. And when you have lots of ideas in your mind, I tell you, you're going to automatically just want to talk the things that you're passionate about. That is one thing about human. Have you ever seen people who are very passionate about the things that they talk? And the reason why they're very like, keep on talking, keep on sharing, keep on talking non-stop about the things that they like, because they already have lots of input in their mind. But where is the input coming from? It comes from deep research. It comes from a lot of readings, a lot of work and inputs that they already get from internet, from readings, from people, from exposure. So they have lots of that to the point that they can speak, and it applies to everything. Right now I am very passionate with what I'm talking about because it's something that I've been reading a lot, having exposure a lot. That's the reason why I can blurt it out like everything. So put yourself in an environment that can help you flourish, and one of the ways is actually reading. Read a lot. Read a lot. I swear to God, you have to read a lot so that you have lots of ideas to talk about with other people, to talk about with people from different experience, from different life. You get that kind of grasp to be able to talk with people because you have lots of inputs, you have lots of knowledge, you have lots of exposure. That's literally the secret. And for me, what I'm trying to do as well is that I put myself in an environment where people speak better English than me, where people communicate better than me. I am very blessed and I'm very lucky because I'm surrounded by friends who are very intelligent around me. They are super smart. They have lots of things that they can talk about, and they are actually passionate as well about the things that they talk about. And that actually helped me. I mean, it sort of challenged me when I really talk to a person or to people who are way better than me. I like how people challenge me. I like how people challenge my perspective. Same like how books could challenge my thinking. Same goes to when I talk to people who can actually challenge my perspective. I love that because I like to be humbled by people. I want people to humble me down. I want experience around me to humble me down so that I can learn. I don't want to feel that I am the smartest person in the room. I want to be able to be in a room where I can learn from someone. And I am very blessed because I am surrounded by that kind of friends. And another tips that I can share is that if you want to be able to expand your mind, expand your exposure, learn to make yourself revolve around people who are way older and way wiser than you. Because the thing is, they already experience a lot, and they certainly have something to say, and some stories and something they can offer, something they can share. Be around that kind of people. Always put yourself in a room, in an environment where you are always learning. You're not the smartest person in the room, because if you're the smartest, you have nothing to learn. But if you feel like you are humbled down by people around you, by your environment, by your experience, you will learn. You will learn. You will be humbled by them, and you will learn. And that is when you're growing, because you are literally learning. So I myself, what I do, I like to be with a person or with people who are way wiser than me, who are way older than me, because I want to know what they know. I want to know the things that I don't know, but they know. Okay, that's the best part. You get to learn the things that you never know. But people, literally people from God, people is such a blessing. People are such a blessing. People coming to your life and telling you something that you should know. Isn't that a blessing? I find that a blessing. When you are able to meet people who can teach you something, that is such a blessing, because who else going to teach you if not people around you? What I believe, sometimes God sent you people to teach you something. So if you are a person that is always learning, humbled by everything life has, okay, sometimes you can learn from your environment, sometimes you can learn from people around you, sometimes you can learn from even a stranger. If they are telling you some kind of life experiences that really hit you, it's meant for you. Okay, learn from that person. I'm talking about language communication skill, but it's part of communication skill, but it's part of life as well. That's how you learn. That's how you learn life, basically learning from people, learning from life. So be able to make your mind open, as in to learn, as in to take all the good things that life can offer, so that slowly you're gonna learn. And if you can actually communicate with them, that's how you communicate as well. That's how you cater and you learn how to put in the right words, how to pull back a little bit of words. You know how to do that by seeing and meeting more people and literally learn from them. That's why what I do is I like to put myself out there. I like to meet a lot of people. I like to meet everyone. I don't care whether it's men or women. I don't care whether it's someone older or younger than me. I like to meet everyone and I like to talk to them. Just because I already make the intention that I want to improve my speaking skills and communication skills. So whenever I meet other people, whenever I encounter other people and I have a chance to actually communicate and talk to them, that is when I learn to talk. I learn to understand that person. I learn to understand their point of view so that I can talk smoothly and I can talk in their language, because you need to know what kind of things you can say and what are the things that you cannot say, because all people just going to be different. So I think one of the things that I do right now, which I make life itself as a classroom, and I make every person that I meet, that I encounter, as a training ground for me to improve my speaking skills, as for me to improve my communication skills, as for me to understand people deeply, as for me to communicate and connect with that person deeply. That's how I view people, and that's how I view life. And I do find them as blessings to me, because they actually help me to improve my speaking skills, and they actually help me to, I don't know, basically learn, because I keep on saying to myself that I want to improve my speaking skill. Next, I am currently watching lots of movies right now, watching lots of movies and podcasts. Okay, I started to listen to a lot of podcasts ever since I was 16 years old. I already put myself in this podcast thingy at such a young age, and at that time I was listening lots of personal development podcasts, motivational podcasts, because I just love it so much. And maybe because particularly at that time I needed some motivation, I think that's one of the reason I can speak better in English. But right now what I'm doing right now is literally watch lots of movies. I am very blessed because my mom just subscribed Netflix, and I can get a free Netflix because of her account. Since she subscribed Netflix, I'm currently watching lots of movies, and I swear to God, I didn't know that movies could actually help me in terms of understanding certain environment. For example, I'm watching Gossip Girls. Okay, I've never watched that. I'm so sorry, I'm so lame. But right now, I just watch it right now. I could see like how certain people, especially if you watch Gossip Girls, it's like people from upper class status kind of vibe, like how they talk, how they communicate with people, how people from this kind of background speak, how people from this kind of background speak. And I just get to learn more about their accent, which I certainly like. I get to see how the American people accents work, and I get to compare with British accent, and I like that. I really like that. So movies really give me a lot of exposure about people from all walks of life and their accents. Certainly at first I couldn't grab, but I know if I keep on watching and I keep on listening to it, it's growing. I mean, I will grow, I will slowly get a grasp. And the fact that I know it's hard to grasp at first is the reason I know I'm growing, because I feel like my mind is like, it's like working, trying to grab what are they talking about. And I like it. And I do actually listen to a lot of other vloggers as well. And right now I'm listening to vloggers such as people living in UK, in the Europe. So their accent is different, the way they talk, the way they communicate so swiftly. That is just chef kiss. I love learning that. Sometimes the little tiny details when they are talking, that is something that I like to pay attention to, because I want to know how they talk. Last but not least is what I'm doing right now is sticking to the small habits. I believe in the power of habits. I like how habits actually shape me without I'm realizing it. As in, habits is something that I put small things in my daily life. For example, if let's say I'm eating and I'm actually want to watch English movies because I want to improve my speaking skills, and actually movies is such an exciting thing, right? So I make it as a habit. So I watch while actually challenging my mind to actually understand what they talk. That is one of the habits that I do. And another habit is that I still keep on reading. I still find time to actually read the things that I'm curious about. Apart from expanding my mind, apart from gaining new knowledge, one of the reasons is because I want to improve my vocabularies, grammar things, how wording works. So I keep on doing small habits such as reading, still watching and listening to movies, podcasts, listening to vloggers. I make that part of my life. I make that part of my habit. Next is I keep on talking. And one of the reasons why I'm literally creating this YouTube channel, just because I want to be able to let myself to keep on talking in English, to keep on speaking. Because I know I'm going to have lots of inputs from the books, from the movies, from the podcasts, from whatever it is. Now is the time for me to create the output, for me to let it out, for me to practice. And one of the ways is talking. And I'm not just talking on camera, like on my YouTube. I literally love talking to myself. Literally. Maybe I never tell this to anyone, but I do love talking to myself. Hence the reason why I'm making this YouTube channel so easily, because I love to talk. And I love to talk to myself. And right now, okay, I'm literally talking to a camera, to my phone right now. So it comes easy to me. It's not necessarily you have to make a YouTube channel. It's not necessarily you have to go out and talk to a lot of people. Sometimes you can talk to yourself. You can have a good self-talk with yourself. You can comforting yourself by talking to yourself. You can look yourself in the mirror and literally make yourself like a bestie, because I do that. I know it sounds crazy, but I do that every single day. I always talk to myself. I always be my number one biggest supporter. I always be my number one bestie. So I talk to myself in the mirror. I talk to myself when I'm doing skincare. I talk to myself when I'm stressed or when I'm struggling, when I'm trying to pet myself because I'm a little bit stressed or I'm a little bit sad. Yeah, another reason, of course, when you want to talk, you can go out there and talk to a lot of people, talk to your friends, talk to strangers, go out there and try to find ways to talk to other people. That's another effort. That's another thing you can do. It's certainly good. It's just that if you don't have a medium to talk, you can talk to yourself. You can literally take a phone and just filming yourself talking. Who knows, one day you might create a YouTube channel as well. Another habit that I do right now is writing. If you guys know me very well, you guys would know that I love journaling. I used to journal every single day. Right now, I journal here and there. And the point here is that writing. I used to make another video that says if you read a lot, if you write a lot, and if you talk a lot, you're gonna be a good speaker. You will be good at communicating with people. Because sometimes when you write, you can actually see the things that you think about. You can actually see the things in details. That's the power of writing. I really love writing, and there's lots of benefits of writing. It plays a lot with your mind, it plays a lot with your subconscious mind, it plays a lot on how you want to rewire your brain, it plays a lot on how you want to create your dream reality. So that's why I started to write, because I know the power of writing. One of the good things about writing, you are able to see what you are thinking, and you are able to see what you are saying. And sometimes you can correct yourself from writing. Oh, probably I'm doing something like grammar mistakes and stuff. And oh, probably my words are nonsense. The moment you write, you can literally see what's wrong and what's right. And it's very good. That's one of the habits that I do. I push myself to do that. The reason why I started journaling, because I want to resolve my 1001 thoughts in my mind. And it definitely helped me a lot. But I just realized that another good things about writing and journaling is literally helping you to structure your thoughts. That's the right word. Helping you to structure your thoughts and helping you to see how your thoughts works. And you can learn to structure it. And that is such a skill. So that's the little habits that I'm doing right now. And I share with you guys so that you guys would know that I am trying as well and I'm growing as well. And I'm not perfect. I'm far away from perfect. I have a dream to be able to talk and articulate words very in poise, but I'm not poised yet. I know that. But whatever it is. So I take it step by step. So yeah, the reason why I make this video just to tell you that I'm just like you. Trying, learning, growing, and still making lots and shit ton of mistakes. I mean, my grammar still suck right now. I know I'm gonna make mistakes. Oh, another thing, please don't be afraid of making mistakes, please, because you will be suck. You will definitely be suck. Your grammar probably gonna be bad because my grammar was bad too, or maybe you guys are even better than me. But the point is that you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna talk like shit. You're gonna sound ridiculous sometimes, especially when you talk to yourself. It's gonna sound crazy. But trust me, you have to know why you're doing it. You have to know you are doing it for you. You're not doing for other people. You're not doing for the sake of perfection. You are doing because you want to improve. You love yourself so much to the point that you want to improve yourself. You love yourself so much to the point that you want to make your dream come true, which is to be able to speak fluently, smartly, intelligently, with poise. I don't know, okay? So That's the goal. The goal is for you, not for everyone else, not for anyone else out there. And when you make that kind of goal and intention like that, that's when you do it for you. That's when you do something in this life for you. And you're not even thinking about other people. And you're not even thinking whether you're going to make mistake. It's fine. Like I said just now, learn. Make yourself as a student and you will never be afraid of making mistakes because you know you're a student and you're allowed to fail and you're allowed to make mistakes. So for me right now, I want to make all these things that I said just now as a habit here and there, as a small habits that will help me grow. Because if let's say 5 years ago I was trying to speak English and my English was damn bad, if right now I could speak like sort of okay right now, I don't know what I'm gonna be in 5 years later on. I don't know. I really don't know. But one thing I know, if I keep on doing these small little habits, I know it's gonna compound. I know it's gonna compound later on. Right now I'm 20 something. I don't know what will I look like. How would I speak in 5 years later? I don't know. But I know one thing I certainly know, if I do these habits, little habits continuously, it will be better. It will compound. It will definitely produce something. I truly believe in that. I truly believe in the power of habits. The small habits that you build right now, the good habits, it's going to compound over time. So pick your habits, because it's not only happens to good habits, bad habits as well. If you keep on building bad habits as well, it's going to compound. So you choose. You want good habits or bad habits that are going to build you or destroy you? You choose. So that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Haha, pray for me because I am currently trying as well. If you are in the same journey as me, let's do this together and we'll see how we'll go. Yep, that's all from me. Bye. Assalamualaikum.